inside of MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
There's a lot of people that are really high on this young quarterback, Mike, and for good reason. Got good experience last year, albeit on a bad team. Made 12 starts as a rookie. But now he can come into training camp and come into the season understanding this is my team. I'm the future of this franchise, and if they want to compete within that division, they're going to have to get great quarterback play from Drake May.
That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Trying to get the running back here going early on the first play, Mike, but what that does is it opens things up for the rest of the passing game as the game unfolds. Show this defense our running back is not an afterthought. He is a priority to our passing attack.
He's got his man, Keyshawn Butte. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
And they certainly don't waste any time getting him involved. And we knew coming in that he would be a part of the game plan. But if this is a sign of things to come, he could be in store for a big game.
Sure pass caught by Henry, the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Now the former Buckeye, Travion Henderson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
3rd and 5. And in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on 3rd down is May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Patriots.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one complete to Hollins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. He'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
That's another Patriots first down.
You can see the confidence that this play caller has on his opening script. This is a textbook drive here to start the game. Nice job there by the back with a big gain. Sets up 1st and goal.
Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 3. Brings up second and goal.
Stevenson. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Drake May. Touchdown, New England. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point is good, and the Pats will take a 7-0 lead.
Jets, nothing.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is. Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Back to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
The run here is Breece Hall. And he'll get this up to the 44. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down.
44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And open downfield, it's Johnson. They get an even 20 on that one. And the Jets have a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. One of the tight ends motions right. Another run here with Hall. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 8.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now, here's 2nd and goal. Now, this time, they'll look to throw. Oh, a man wide open. He's got it. Don Mechie. Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jets come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Play fake. Here's May. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. on the handoff. Henderson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
He's brought down at the 31. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Working out of the gun. It's May. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To the running back, Brees Hall. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. He airs this one out looking for Mechie. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. John Mechie was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Oh, and they had a shot there, Mike. He just overthrows his man, and this just comes down to just continuing to get on the same page. This is a feel throw, a feel route. Just puts a little too much air on it, and he just can't quite run it down.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. Back deep is Marcus Jones. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Patriots offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot, athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 38 now, here's second down and 3. They'll run a draw now with Stevenson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
That's good for a Patriots first down. It's a gain of 6. First down, New England.
Here's May. Pass completed to Douglas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down as we are ready to get back underway. He's found his receiver, Butte, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
14 yards on that pass play there. First down, New England.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Second and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's second and 9. They'll go again here with Stevenson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
From out of the gun, here's May. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A 37-yard attempt.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Patriots will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Panay Wanwu now to return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's home. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Second and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Third and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping to his left. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
At the 44-yard line.
And this is what happens when your offensive line and your back are in sync and on the same page. Great job by the O-line distorting the defense at the point of attack, and then the running back understanding where that hole is, hitting it full speed, brings up a fresh set of downs. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Man in motion is Smith. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Makes it third and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a first and 10. Begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
More on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. And in motion, it's Diggs. Once more, it's Henderson. going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50.
29 more yards.
That pickup, good for 29 yards.
Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So everyone's going to focus on the throw, right, Mike? But it was really the way he used his eyes to manipulate the defense that really made that shot downfield possible.
On first and 10, here's May. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Borregales now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Patriots will get out in front 17-7.
Jets 7.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Davis now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense ready for this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. The defense not biting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
On second and 10, they'll try to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. They run run straight ahead with Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
On second down, it's May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Throwing now is May. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First and 10.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Left side, he's got Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, first and 10. On the draw, it's Henderson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
That's another.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Here's May to throw it on first down. They'll locate his big target, Henry, over the middle. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second and 2 at the 22-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on second and 2. Douglas in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, it's Henderson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. New England going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second down, 8 yards to go. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That is caught at the 3. And the Patriots are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
First and goal, New England.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Ramondre Stevenson, touchdown New England.
Patriots.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
The extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Defense.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Mitchell. Now timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to throw. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here comes Davis. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Jets offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Here comes Hall on this toss to the right.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
1st and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 9. He'll step up and run this. And a nice run and close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
3rd and 1.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. He's trying to use the big frame to push forward, but I don't think he's going to get there. He's held up at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down. The motion man is Johnson. They're going to go, and it's Hall. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Play action. Here's May. He's got Douglas going deep. And this will be incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
There is no worse feeling either coming back to the huddle or the sideline after a big drop. And that was a beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Now, May. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it's going to be 4th down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
this offseason, this was an area of emphasis. They wanted to continue to fortify the interior of this defensive line, and with this young player, they think they've got themselves a good one.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That's interference. Defense.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So I'm not really sure if it would have mattered, Mike. I don't think they were going to have enough to pick up the 1st down either way, but at least if that ball's completed, 3rd down's just a little bit more manageable, because now after the incomplete, they find themselves in 3rd and pass.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Throwing now from the gun. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
On the return is Jones. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. To throw on 1st down is May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. He'll go play action with May. He'll find Diggs working across the field. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
He's found his receiver, Butte. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 more yards. Complete to Kayshon Boutte. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard
2nd
line.
and inches. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's May again. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
The RPO, that one is complete.
Nice pass. Complete to Stephon Diggs. No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
Here's a 3rd and 10. May to the air once more. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. They're trying to locate Travion Henderson out of the backfield. And now it's 4th down.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on 3rd down. I mean, if he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, 1st down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return.
The Jets offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Hall. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
First down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
On the run, here's Hall. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
A A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. Now, faking the give. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Cameron Chason in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. Going to be 4th down.
And this has really been the story of the entire game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it's been poor play calls, poor execution. I mean, really just a overall poor offensive performance across the board.
And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard
The
line.
Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. May gonna hold on to this one. And that one's gonna be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Henry in motion. On 2nd down, it's May. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Tayshaun Boutte was the one he was looking for. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, so it seemed the second they broke the huddle, Mike, that there was some confusion. I'm not sure everybody got on the same page before that ball was snapped.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. This is intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And that's what you call an inexcusable mistake. Sometimes you just have to understand there's no play to be made no matter how hard you try. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. You just can't put the ball in harm's way.
The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it, 1st and 10. On the toss play, it's Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
He'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for out 9.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This one from just under 50 yards. Folk's kick is good. And the Jets will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Gonna look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
They'll run. It's Henderson. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
3rd down, they need 5. Off the play fake, it's May. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
A loss of 5 yards. Another 3 and out.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the Patriots ready to kick it away. Whoa! And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Pick it up. What are you doing? Just paying attention.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Complete.
intended for
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Brought down at the 39-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Once more, it's Henderson. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
The tackle by Brandon Stevens. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
And the zone read, a give to Henderson. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. Fourth down, straight ahead.
No gain on the play.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
So on fourth down, on comes the rookie, Andres Borregales, for the Patriots field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Pats will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll get across to 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And it just continues to be a recurring problem. I mean, even the balls he's been able to get out of his hand have come from a cloudy pocket. And listen, I know he's a guy that can make some plays when he's on the move, but at some point, you have to be able to be in rhythm and deliver the ball on time.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Moving to his left.
The quarterback on the scramble.
just a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot as a gain of 18.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often.
Ball is hit. He's lost the football. And the Patriots are going to recover.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done. And really nice job here by the defensive front.
Left side, he's got Henry. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, New England.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
If that's the way you want to run it on first down, a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jets' 23-yard line.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. On the give, it's Henderson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On the draw, it's Henderson. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
That's another Patriots first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the front?
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Borregales now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Pats will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. We're going to start this drive on the ground in ball. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
First down.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. They'll look to throw here on first down. That one complete to Johnson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Jets first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. To the air one more time. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. He completes this one to Mechie.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run. This is Hall. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
So, not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So it's a road win here for the Patriots. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one, as they cruise to an easy road victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.